What's up guys, my name is Jellycook5 and welcome back to a new kind of concept on the channel that we've got today. They have released a brand new Erling Haaland card that was released as a free sort of achievable fruiter pack that was given to every player that had played FIFA by the end, well I think it was the start of the 1st of November actually. This is a new card that we have seen, and obviously there's a comparison compared to his gold card, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to see which one is actually better. This one you'll be able to get him for free, and obviously the gold card you would need to spend coins on, but which one is better? Well, we're going to run you through these stats and show everything in depth about these cards. In terms of the actual card itself, for the first one being the 87 rated Haaland, it's the 94 pace, 84 shooting, and we've got 84 dribbling there, and we've got 81 physical. It displays a freestyle with a high medium work rate with a controlled lengthy acceleration type. For a free card, it doesn't look bad whatsoever. Obviously, it's a bit of a hard one, spending a lot of coins on strikers these days, so it's nice they've been able to give us a decent free card, and this is what the detailed stats look like. In terms of the difference to the gold card, we've actually can see the high levels of pace there and decent dribbling also, and we've got a different play style for this card. In terms of saying going in depth in this card, he's still got decent finishing, not as good from the previous gold card as you can see, but yeah, it's not too bad whatsoever. He's still got 87 finishing, 87 attack position there, decent on the physical side thing, jumping not too bad, strength okay. Physical worsened a little bit on the actual card itself, but if you were to put a hawk on there, it kind of upgrades the strength, jumping and aggression, which kind of allows a little bit of an added attribute to this card. But overall, it's not bad whatsoever. He's got some good dribbling stats also. Not too good on the agility and balance sides of things, but decent reactions there. 99 reactions there. 86 ball control, 91 composure, 83 dribbling. So it isn't a bad card whatsoever. Obviously, there's a lot of positives and negatives to where we're going to be comparing this card and the gold card that he has got on offer. But as I say, it's not too bad whatsoever. I mean, when you look at it from the different stats, there's going to be a few where he's actually worsened at, and just running through these things, the actual positives about it, he has got 5 play styles compared to the gold that has only got 3. So that's one decent thing. So a few added details to this card. Also, obviously, he's got 5 more pace also going into the dribbling sides as well. He's got 4 more on the dribbling side. So it's a decent card. That's definitely for sure. And then we're going to look at these play styles and see what he has on offer. In terms of his playstyles then, he's got 2 on his scoring attributes, as you can see, displaying the 5. He's got the power shot also with the power header, so that's nice. He's got both power attributes. And then the ball control, he's got the rapid playstyle, and then he's got 2 of the physical sides of things. So on the gold, he has an acrobatic plus, but he's got a normal acrobatic, and the quick step is then turned to a plus with a high rate of pace. Having such a card that's obviously quite big and having a quick step plus is actually something that really nice to see. Most of the players that have got quick step plus on the game so far have obviously been kind of smaller players, or they're a winger and are a bit more agile compared to your out and out striker. But yeah, good to have a few more playstyles added to this card. I feel like obviously where you've got a few stats that are worse than compared to the gold, I feel like that definitely adds a little bit of character to this card, that's for sure. But we're going to show these clips and we're going to talk a bit in depth about Erling Haaland. So the biggest notable factor when you first play with this card is definitely the pace. He's a very, very fast striker, that is for sure, and that enables him to kind of be a bit more direct. Obviously, with the gold card that you're going to be using, it's one of those where he's obviously a very direct player because he's still got a quick step for normal play style, but it's not a plus. He's very much a kind of just run and hit it in that way. But he allows himself with a bit more better dribbling and pace, allowing him to kind of weave through defenders a little bit easier. The extended dribbling also makes a difference, and I feel like that's a big kind of enhance to this card, that is for sure. He gets him some good positions, even though he's got a worse attacking position compared to the normal gold card. He's still able to get himself in decent positions. The work rates work in the same way as he does for the gold card, and so does his weak foot and his skill moves. So there's some added things there also, and there's also some similarities that are completely the same as the gold card. It didn't take long to get used to this sort of card. I use quite small and nimble strikers, and obviously this is a massive change to how the body type is and what kind of striker that he has, to be honest. But it is a really, really good card. I feel like without the pace, it wouldn't be so good. I feel like the quick step plus, as I say, is a massive added attribute, but overall it's not too bad. His finishing stats obviously are a little bit slower, and it's one of those where he doesn't have such a kind of big threat in front of goal compared to his normal goal card. I feel like it takes him longer to finish stuff compared to what his normal goal card would, and obviously that's the only downfall in terms of being in front of goal. But as you can see, he can still hit it from long range. He can still do what you need him to do, and he still has got good attributes. There's no saying that. Obviously there's a few that are lower than the gold card. But overall, I really do enjoy this card. It's nice for EA to be able to give us something free and something to be able to kind of play with in the game. Also, his header's noted there, as you can see, he's a really good header of the ball. He's still got the power header trait, which is also nice, and obviously he's collected that with the power shot also, compared to what his gold card doesn't have. And that power header is a real big attribute of his game, and he's such a height as well, so he's able to get up. But I feel like the Hawk chemistry style adds a massive bit to that with the jumping. Even though he's got the heading stats there, I feel like if you add a few bit, like a little kind of stats to his jumping, I feel like it makes a massive difference when trying to get the ball in the air. From the penalty spot, he's not the best from what his goal card displays, but he's still able to put it from the penalty spot and score. A decent penalty there from Erling Haaland, and it's nice to see him still got a decent amount of penalties. And obviously, I would say it's a good card, but whether that compares to being as good as the goal card, I'm not too sure. But with that being said, we're going to run you through the goal card, we're going to explain what we think about this particular card, and then we're going to choose which one we would prefer. In terms of the gold card, you'd have to actually purchase this on the transfer market. I purchased this for 63,000 coins currently. He's gone down massively compared to at the start of the game. In terms of his card, he's got 89 pace, 93 shooting, he's got 80 dribbling and 88 physical. He displays a 3-star freestyle with a mostly lengthy acceleration type. The similarities were the skill moves and the weak foot. He's got exactly the same. He's got 3-star freestyle. He's also got the exact same medium work rates, high medium work rate, on the attacking and defensive. The big things to highlight is a massive boost in his shooting compared to the 87 rated card. The dribbling, not so good. He's got 4 less on the dribbling, but the physical sides are good in his game. As you can see with the attribute details, is a massive kind of plus on the finishing side of things. 96 attacking position, 96 finishing, 94 shot power. A massive attribute to have for a card that, in all honesty, is a normal rare gold card. 90 volleys there, so he's got an attribute where he's got better on his penalties. He's also got decent stats with reactions, not as good as the 99, but he's still got good 94. His jumping has increased massively, 93 jumping there, 93 strength with an 87 aggression. Massive attributes being added there also. I applied an engine to this particular one, which actually includes their pace, their passing and their dribbling, which is not too bad. Overall, there's some significant attributes that are much, much better compared to the first card that we did have on display. Whether that alters the gameplay, and there's obviously some parts where it's any good or any bad, let's find out for ourselves. But before we do, we're going to talk about the playstyles that this card does have, and it displays 3 playstyles in total. In terms of the playstyles, then, we have the power header, which is the same as the 87 rated card. He has the quick step trait, but it does not the plus. And in terms of the plus playstyle that he does have, he has the acrobatic. I wasn't too sure if this was going to be any good until I got into game, but definitely proved to be the difference, that is for sure. The acrobat plus performs volleys with a significant accuracy and has the ability to be able to have a unique acrobat volley animations. It's really nice to see, to be honest, in terms of the different attribute to this card. Obviously, with the quick step plus being on the first one and the acrobat plus being on this one, it gives that little bit of a difference to what sort of edge it brings to the game. Acrobat Plus is definitely a overpowered playstyle, and to be honest, I never really realised this until using it, but we're going to show you these clips and we're going to talk about more in depth about his game. After using this card straight away, I could tell the difference between the previous one that we did use. This one doesn't feel as agile. Obviously, it's got the ratings that aren't as good as this card it actually shows. I feel like the agility with this card isn't as good due to the low levels of pace. He obviously has a quick step plus trait, but I don't feel like that kind of has an added edge where it's not a plus. Obviously, there's still a decent pace within this card. He displays an 89 pace, and if you were to put a chem style on it, obviously we'd go up into the 90s. But you definitely do tell the difference in terms of how you use him and what sort of play style and how you play him in game. Overall, it is a good card. For 60 odd thousand coins on the market, is a very, very enjoyable card to actually use. It displays some really, really good traits, and it's a really effective card in game. After a few games, I had to adjust my sort of play style to be able to get used to this sort of card. Obviously, he's a very much of a direct card, and he's not something that's really fast at the same time, so you have to use him differently. But after a while, we definitely saw the high levels of positioning that he does display. That 96 attacking positioning and that 96 finishing works so well within this game. He displays such a good trait in terms of getting in front of goal and being able to get goals exactly like that. He latches onto crosses really well, whether that's with his Acrobat Plus trait or whether that's with his Power Header trait. As I say, the Acrobat Plus trait was something that's really, really important within this card, and volleys was so, so good, and he was definitely able to use that to advantage. Whether I'd say that's better than the Quick Step Plus one, I'm not too sure in all honesty. He does display some decent amount of pace still, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this definitely adds that added edge to his game. But as I say, it's a good card, that's for sure. For a small amount of coins on the market today, you're getting a high-rated striker that can fit in many teams. He offers a versatile sort of playstyle, and he definitely gets the goals you need. After playing him in FUT Champs and Division Rivals, he can definitely play at a high level, which is also nice, and I definitely feel that he makes a difference when up top. I would say the best part of his game was the Acrobatic Plus. After getting the hang of it and being able to put crosses into his feet or head, I feel like it definitely kind of got the goals that he needs to get. If I were to choose a card between the 87 rated or the 91 rated card, I'd fully go for the gold card, purely because of the actual finishing stats that it displays. Even though the first card obviously displays a high level amount of pace and dribbling, I don't feel like it adds that extra edge to really kind of benefit the doubt in terms of not buying this particular card. Obviously, if you don't want to spend the coins, definitely go with the free one. That is without a shadow of a doubt. But I definitely feel like this card is definitely the one that tops every single one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.